Right, we've got an activity now to look at the percentages of germination of seeds. Okay, so we're going to be using radish seeds because they're very easy to germinate. So if you go to page 7 of your workbook, you've got a data table like this. Okay, so they're going to be 5 different treatments, which means the amount of salt that's going to be dissolved in your bottle. Okay, so we've got to have 1 litre with water, and then a certain amount of salt will be dissolved in that. Okay, so you're going to have 4 different trays with the same thing. Okay, so you're going to have the same treatment 4 times. So, for example, this tray here is A1, so it's treatment A, tray 1. So there will be an E4 as well. Okay, A to E, 1 to 4. So everyone's going to have 4 of these. Right, now what are you going to do with them? So you're going to have 5 layers of paper towel. Okay, so you're going to lie the paper towel out 5 times on it, and then cut around the outside. As you can see, it can be a little rough, but as long as it's not all the way, out here. Okay, then you get the mix of water. Now, depending on what treatment your group has been given, okay, it could be very salty, or A is not salty at all. Okay, so this was the bottle we used one time for treatment E. Okay, but you will get about half of one of these mini paper cups. Don't use the full, okay? It's too much. And then very gently, just dump it on. You just run it around, wetting the paper. Okay, you don't even have to use all of it, as long as the paper's nicely wet. Okay, I'm just going to move that out of the way. All right, and you can tip it a little bit to let it run. Okay. All right, so you've got nicely damp paper, and it's water, dampened with water that has a certain amount of salt in it. All right, so now you need seeds. Okay, and you want a reasonable amount that we're going to be able to get a decent percentage result. Okay, and don't clump them together. So spread them around like that. Get a bit of a distance between them. Okay, move that one over a bit. Alright, the reason why you want some distance between them is it's going to be a lot easier in about 2 days' time to spot which ones have actually germinated. Okay, so, something like that. Those ones are a little close. Just move him over a bit. And move him over a bit. Okay, then you count up how many you've got. Okay, so, well, you can count it beforehand, quite frankly, and then put them in, but you get the actual number that you've got there. Okay, and I'll just move that over a bit. All right, so that goes in here, number of seeds on tray. Okay, so if you've got 27, you put 27 there. You'll come back in about 2 days' time and count how many have been germinated. So if I've had 27 there, and let's say 22 have germinated, cool. So my percentage seeds that have germinated is G, which is this one, 22, over N, which is 27, times 100. Remember what we said in the earlier videos, the original number goes on the bottom. Okay, next one might have been this, 29, I might have had 35 in the next one, and there's 30, and this one might have 25, and there's 21. Okay, that's the kind of thing there. You figure out your percentages, and we're going to average them, but that will be in about a day's time. One last thing, before you put this somewhere, you'll need to put Glad wrap over the top. So you need to wrap it up so it's airtight, so that the the paper doesn't dry out. Because what's going to happen is the seeds are going to soak up the water from the towel and they will germinate. But the level of salt is going to be pretty bad for it. Okay, so what you should see is as there's more salt, going all the way up to treatment number E, then you should get less and less germinated. Okay, then once everyone's got their data, once everyone's got that average there, we put it all together in this table here and we'll do some graphing. Okay.